Hey, what's good, everybody? It's your boy, the host of the Hurry Up, your boy, the Don Juan Sports, Adam, and I'm just coming to you live. Well, not really live, but I'm coming to you right now to give you the insight in the 4-1. Everyone was expecting my preview to, you know, my preview to the show for Game One. First off, Game One, Dallas, you had it, man. You had the game in your hands, and you lost it. You know, stuff happens. Um, but I don't think Dallas is out of it yet because they played good defense to keep themselves in the game. They're up by 8, um, so they had a chance. They had a chance. So we'll see what happens. We'll really see, what happens tomorrow night for Game 2. As far as we know, Dirk Nowitzki got injury. We'll see what happens. This is the finals. There's no turning back. There's no being sorry about injury. There's no nothing. None of that happens right now. No injury happens. None of that stuff. Um, you put that to the back burner. That's what you do. That's what you do. You don't complain. You don't ask questions. You just do it. And Dirk, if you want to be the man, you got to do it. Doesn't matter what you got to do. You just got to do it. As far as Game 2 goes, Game 2 is crucial for them, for the Dallas Mavericks. Here's why. First off, they have Miami has home court advantage, which means you're going to have 2 more games, well, at least 3 more games, not including tomorrow. 3 more games, including tomorrow, at home. 3. That's if they get to Game 6 and 7. Because Game 6 and 7 are going to be at home in Miami. The next 3 in between that, 3, 4, and 5, are going to be in Dallas. So Dallas needs to steal one. They'd rather have them steal one now than in Game 6. Because that's not what you want. You don't want to have to rely on, Game 6 to steal one. Because at that point, the pressure's on, you're probably going to be eliminated if you have to wait to get Game 6. Now, if you already steal one in Miami, the pressure turns back to Miami, and they're going to your building, which you play very good in your building. You haven't lost many games in your building this year in the playoffs, and I don't expect you to lose any. But I do think the Dallas team is very good and very well coached. As you can see, everyone's worried that they lost the series. The series is over. I'll guarantee this. I knew the game 1 was over after LeBron's miraculous 3 at the buzzer for the end of the third quarter. I knew the game was over at that point because those are shots that you hit when everything is falling your way. When everything goes your way, those are the shots you hit. And as for LeBron, he hit those shots, hit a miracle shot. I had a gut feeling that even though Dallas played hard, you had the feeling that Miami was going to win that game. Just the way Dwayne Wade was playing, just the way the shots were going down, just the way LeBron was carrying himself. You felt it. I don't think the series is over by any stretch. Not by any stretch. No, the Dikembe Mutombo finger. No, not by any stretch. But I do think they're going to reevaluate how they attack the Dallas Mavericks. They're going to reevaluate how they attack the Dallas Mavericks. The Miami Heat. Because they have 3 big guys. And let's put this out there. Okay? It's Dwayne Wade's team. LeBron just joined it. It's not LeBron James' team. Okay? He didn't want to go. Dwayne Wade didn't want to go to Cleveland. He's like, I'm not going to Cleveland. Cleveland didn't ask for me to come by. So he didn't go to Cleveland. LeBron went to get his championship ring. And he'll always have over LeBron, I won it without you. Yeah, he won it with Shaq. But Shaq at that point was in the end of his career. And we'll get to Shaq in a minute. But he'll always have that. As for LeBron, I hope he doesn't win for this reason. I think he's going to become more arrogant than he is. Not like Kobe, where he's become confident and quiet confidence and an assassin, a cerebral assassin. He's just going to become a cocky guy. And I don't hate what LeBron brings. I hate the arrogance that he brings off it. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan wanted to prove to people that he was the best. So he went out and he made his craft. You know what I'm saying? He perfected it. Peyton Manning wants to be the best. He wants to be the best. Tom Brady wants to be the best. You got to want it to be the best. Don't just show up and win championship rings and people will know you. You don't do it. But we're gonna end that right there. Get ready for game 2. It should be fun. But before we go, we got a couple things going on. First off, Shaq. Shaq, the big Diesel, has officially retired after 19 years. One of the last guys that I remember playing basketball will be gone. One of the guys that I grew up watching and admiring. You know, he's going to be gone. And it's sad. It really is sad that Shaquille O'Neal is going to be gone. Shaquille O'Neal. And, you know, it's not what you want to see. Especially since, you know, we all grew up with the Shaq shoes when he was 290 pounds running up and down the floor with the Orlando Magics. You know, you remember them days. You remember them days with Little Penny rapping in your ear. You know what I'm talking about. When the Magic went to their first NBA Finals, when the Magic were the Magic, you know what I mean? And then he moved on to the Lakers. You know, one of the biggest moves in the history of the NBA. And then he moved on to the Miami Heat. You know, and he won a championship there. He won 3 championships. He's been to, what, 5 in his career? He's won 4 of them. It's not bad. Not bad. Some guys only win 1. Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing. You know, he'll go down as one of the best big men ever. Now, people are going to laugh about his free throws. He broke his hand back in the day when he was a kid. It didn't develop right, so he couldn't fully extend his wrist. So that's why he shoots like this. And now he was the first overall pick of the Orlando Magics. And look at that. You know, just watching highlights of the man, seeing him, you know, just hustle. We never seen a big man like this. They never seen a big man come into the league like this. He Shaq attacked the rim, you know, bringing down the house. This guy is just, you know, he was a physical specimen, a beast. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a Shaq hater at one point. Not anymore. I think he's a great guy. I think he was a great ambassador of the game. I think he just was a funny guy. And that's who Shaq was. The rapper, you know, the player, the movie star, the cop. He just was a big, funny guy. And he will be missed in the NBA. If there is an NBA season next year, he is the first ballot Hall of Famer. And he changed the game from the center position. We had guys like Wilt Chamberlain and all that stuff. Shaquille O'Neal, probably one of the best, if not the best center we've seen. And we hope to see more centers like him. But because the league is shifting towards more wing players, you're not going to see a guy like him. But you know what? The NHL had game 1. And it's funny about the NHL. Before we close again with Shaq, I know I'm going off on a tangent, but if many of you don't have verses, you probably don't know, or NBC. I mean, well, now the Stanley Cup Finals are on NBC, but you know, before that, they're on verses. And if you don't have verses, you're not watching the Stanley Cup Finals. So it's kind of funny that they put them on, you know, the national broadcast NBC. We'll get back to you tomorrow with all that information about the NHL. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into more of the Shaq career because it was a storied one, one of the best ever. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. Look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. And unfortunately, he failed in Boston. But Shaq will not be remembered, and I think you know what? It must have been hard for him because you know he wasn't playing at a high level, but there are not many guys that can contend with him in the league to this day. You know, so we'll see. We'll see. And thanks for having me. One question: what are you gonna do when Costas Mania runs wild on you?